always from the heart of the city, and now on demand 24/7 on the CHFI website. This is the soundtrack to a poet whose writing was almost musical. And I'm Don Jackson, around the world on the internet. Edna St. Vincent Millay was born February 22nd, 1892, in Rockland, Maine. As it says on the back cover of her volume, Collected Lyrics, published by Harper & Row, and I quote, "Their musical perfection, emotional power, and superb, delicate workmanship have made Edna St. Vincent Millay one of America's great poets," unquote. And all you have to do is listen to this simple lyric to know the truth in those words. I know I am but summer to your heart, and not the full 4 seasons of the year. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Ray Charles with Diana Krall and You Don't Know Me, and Patti Smyth with Don Henley, and Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. During Friday's podcast, I featured this quote from Alfred Brendel from the book Musical Thoughts and Afterthoughts, published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. Silence is not something that is there before the music begins and after it stops. It is the essence of the music itself, the vital ingredient that makes it possible for the music to exist at all. Unquote. These lyrics seem to have been written in silence. This is a poem called Ebb by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I know what my heart is like since your love died. It is like the hollow ledge holding a little pool left there by the tide. A little tepid pool drawing inward from the edge. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. The Honeydrippers with Sea of Love and Whitney Houston and Why Does It Hurt So Bad? I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. The poetry of Edna St. Vincent Millay from the volume Collected Lyrics, published by Perennial Library, a division of Harper & Row, and first published in paperback in 1969. I have the 1981 edition also in paperback. You've no doubt heard the fable of the boy who cried wolf one too many times. In this poem, the one who cried wolf was Edna St. Vincent Millay. This is called The True Encounter. Wolf, cried my cunning heart at every sheep it spied, and roused the countryside. Wolf, wolf! And up would start good neighbors, bringing spade and pitchfork to my aid. At length, my cry was known. Therein lay my release. I met the wolf alone and was devoured in peace. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Macy Gray, and I Try. Joni Mitchell, Help Me, and Alicia Keys, Fallin. And I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. My heart is warm with the friends I make, and better friends I'll not be knowing. And yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take, no matter where it's going. Edna St. Vincent Millay for Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Billy Vera at this moment. Gladys Knight on that midnight train to Georgia, and Phil Collins and Can't Stop Loving You. You've probably said this yourself in the past, never realizing these were originally the words of Edna St. Vincent Millay. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But ah, my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. Sometimes even a line or two from her poetry is enough to complete a thought. She wrote, and I quote, "'Tis not love's going hurts my days, but that it went in little ways." Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Blue Rodeo, Falling Down Blue. Lionel Richie, Stuck on You. And Patti LaBelle with Michael McDonald, On My Own. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. To conclude, one last poem by Edna St. Vincent Millay called The Little Ghost. I knew her for a little ghost that in my garden walked. The wall is high, higher than most, and the green gate was locked. And yet I did not think of that till after she was gone. I knew her by her broad white hat, all ruffled, she had on, by the dear ruffles round her feet, by her small hands that hung in their lace mitts, austere and sweet, her gowns white folds among. I watched to see what she would say, what she would do, and oh, she looked as if she liked the way I let my garden grow. She bent above my favorite mint with conscious garden grace. She smiled and smiled. There was no hint of sadness in her face. She held her gown on either side to let her slippers show, and up the walk she went with pride, the way great ladies go. And where the wall is built in new and is of ivy bare, she paused, then opened and passed through a gate that once was there. The words of Edna St. Vincent Millay. Lovers and Other Strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com.
Oh, I wish you well.
I hope you will tell all your friends about Lovers and Other Strangers. Good night, sweet dreams. I'm Don Jackson.